Da-da-da-da-da. Hello, everyone. Welcome to No Quitting the Home Team.
Wait, we're still doing this thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah.
Here we are.
We're
Interesting.
back. We're back.
Only
I
been a month.
know.
Yeah.
It's been a while, guys. Well, we have some splaining to do. Season 3, episode 9. I'm Renee, and I have not taken up a 6-pack a day smoking habit in the interim.
Are
But
we
I
sure of
Prove
this?
it.
But I do apologize for the voice.
I like it. I hope it stays.
Ooh.
It's about 2 octaves below what
Spicy.
it normally is. I'm Renee. Who are you?
I'm Dave.
I'm Jesse.
Sorry, guys, for the delay. We're back. Yeah.
Hi, Renee.
Hi, honey.
How are you?
Are we going straight there?
I think
This
the
is why
how are you.
This is why we can't take a month off. We just lose all of our rhythm.
I know. I think part of the how are you is some of the last couple of months.
We were supposed to record multiple weeks in a row, and the last week, the reason we didn't record was because we have been very, very sick, and this is 300% better than I was last week.
Yes.
And so
Even since Sunday when I last saw
Yeah.
you, this is a marked improvement.
I feel like every day's a little better.
Yeah. But it's been in our house for about a month.
We actually blame the student fellowship fall retreat.
We do. We don't. Yeah, we blame it because that's where it came from.
That's
yeah,
right.
when in doubt, blame Michael. That's really what this comes down to.
We'd send them there again because it was such a great time. But the boys
No,
came
it
home
was,
with,
It was hashtag worth it for sure.
yeah, I don't know. Last week I was like, I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. We were both kind of.
So
down.
other than that, I feel like we talked a lot in the last few episodes about how crazy the fall was going to be and how we were bracing for a tsunami of busy and frenetic. And I felt like it was worse than we thought.
Yeah. The tsunami came.
Yeah.
So to speak. And
We were
'cause
trapped under for a while.
Yeah, well, there's all the things we knew about, and then of course there's all of the stuff you don't know that's gonna hit. And we had some serious, sad family stuff go on, and
Yeah.
and then that's on top of all the stuff we knew was going to be a lot, and so
We didn't build in much margin for a lot of unexpected things.
Yeah.
So I think to have more than normal unexpected things just was a lot.
yeah. So I just functionally ate up our Thursdays.
Yeah.
So, but
But
what
we
I'm-
persevere. But we persevere.
We have. There's a great phrase that I learned recently. There's a Latin phrase, but the English translation is make haste slowly. And it's this idea of like, hey, we're going to have setbacks, but we make haste slowly. We will have resolve and we will move forward. And it may not be as quickly as we would like, but there's a resolve to move forward. So I like that phrase.
Is that your motto today?
Make haste slowly.
I did say, I think I said multiple times, we're not doing a fall like this again.
Yeah.
Like we're just not going to commit to all of the things we committed to. We're not doing.
I've said that every fall for about the last 15 years.
Oh no.
But here we are. And as we sit right now, I'm actually feeling really good.
I was going to pun it to you of how you're doing.
Well, obviously the last couple of months have been nuts and tough. And some stuff that's been really, really great that we haven't had any time to reflect on.
Right.
But right now, what I'm looking forward to is I'm looking forward to this weekend. I'm looking forward to the fact that the three of us, plus Shell and children, are hanging
All of our
out tomorrow
boys.
night,
Go Nuggies.
watching basketball.
Nuggies.
Go Mavs.
And the evening, just an evening at the Cowan household. I can't wait for that. We've wanted to do this for months. I am excited that Renee and I, we get to hang out I don't have any more crazy speaking stuff except for the Sunday. But that's easy and non-stressful, kind of coming up. So we're looking into Thanksgiving. I am like buying popcorn for what our Thanksgiving day is gonna be like. Like,
Wait,
it's
you're
gonna
buying popcorn?
to watch
Just
what
for the
happens.
chaos.
Yeah, with all of our diverse guests who we
Yes.
have coming over, it's
Yeah.
going to be a
Yes,
blast.
yeah.
I literally cannot wait for Thanksgiving. On top of like just the fun Thanksgiving festivities, Will's coming Monday,
Yes.
and we get to spend time together. I'm so excited for that.
I have the week off, which I feel like I haven't really had a week off.
Amazing.
You hardly, even this summer you didn't
I didn't
have
really,
time
yeah.
off. So yeah, you get a real week off. And sort of a cherry on top, and this is kind of a family project. You know, we've invested time and effort in Beckett and his basketball aspirations, and with coaching and he's good, but we've sort of gone along with the aspiration, and he tried out for the high school basketball team this week.
He's a
and
freshman.
He's a freshman, and
freshman.
their school has a very, very competitive boys basketball program.
And as a freshman, he made the high school team, and we're super proud of him. And only 5 freshmen made, of these 20 spots, only 5 freshmen made it, and all 5 of those freshmen were my 5 starters for my AAU team. So
Bang.
it felt like these are the guys I've invested
Dave
in.
is tearing up as he's telling
And
this.
That's why
love these-
I gave him a bang. I gave him a Mike Breen.
I love these kids, and it's been so much fun to work with them and to see them actually make the team.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with.
I mean,
with that part of
Beckett
it.
said there's over 100 kids that tried out, and
Yeah.
they chose 20. So
and they're all good, like high school players. So anyway, I as I sit here right now and sort of orient myself to what's ahead.
like the heart is behind, kind of.
I think so, but I'm enjoying the present, like the right now. I'm really grateful for it. And Fellowship Institute, we had our final class for this semester on Monday. Like a lot of we've kind of pushed sort of over the mountain a little bit, and there's been a lot of joy with that. So that's where I'm at right now.
Wow, that was a surprisingly upbeat
Yeah.
update, more than what I expected from you.
Yeah, well, that's where I'm. Well, I haven't been able to sort of process it really until this week, and until kind of even some until today.
Yeah.
Really, like we didn't know Beckett made it until today, and that's been literally a 3-year project.
Yeah.
This morning, Dave and I were talking about because we still have not decided what we were going to do for dinner tomorrow night when our families hang out. And I thought, you know what? Let's just celebrate Bex and let's let him choose dinner. So Beckett's going to choose our dinner.
Did you ask him?
We spoke about it this morning. He's thinking about it.
Yeah, I was saying he usually has hot sports opinions when it comes to food.
That's
I
fine.
think he'll say something about
Pasta.
a New York strip.
That's
So
fine.
let's go ahead and
No,
fire
no,
those
he
up.
won't.
Hey, no, you guys want to? That's actually you just you put that one right over the plate
I'll just
for
put that
me.
right in his mouth.
No, genuinely, you put that right over the plate for me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take the ball. Jacob turned 9 yesterday, and Shell had a birthday on Sunday, and so
we don't identify the birthday.
oh no, she doesn't care. She turned 37.
You guys are babies.
Yeah, she does not care. She's gonna immediately hear this and be like, "Oh, I don't care, do I?" No, but Shell turned 37, and we've taken the boys to plenty of nice-ish spots, but Joshy is 4, and he is all of 4, and so fine dining is not a thing that he typically has patience or attention span to handle, right? Mm-hmm. So we went out to their first real sit down. We're here as long as we want to be. We're here to celebrate mommy. We don't have anywhere to be. We're taking our time. We went to our first fine dining experience on Sunday. So I should say we went to the Fort. So it's not the most fine dining, but it is a sit down, take your time situation. And They both did great.
I was going to ask
Okay.
how
They did great. Josh, there was still a little bit of wrangling the 4-year-old, which is to be expected, but it was really sweet seeing Jacob take the whole thing very seriously
Yeah.
because he's a thoughtful boy, and so he pored over the menu and he made sure he was coming up with all these different topics.
Did he ask for the wine list?
Not far from it. But he was asking us about all these different menu items and ingredients and made a very thoughtful decision. He kept asking for bites of our steak. And at the end of the night, we were able to celebrate Shell. And then we asked him, we were like, okay, bud, so what did you think? And do you want to, what do you want to do for your birthday? Because we're going to do the Urban Air birthday party thing on Saturday or whatever. But we thought, maybe he actually wants to go out. And, what do you want to do? What do you want to do on your birthday? And he, without batting an eye, says, I want more steak.
Amazing.
So last night.
As you beam with pride.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's my boy. So last night, we went to another proper Denver institution because when a 9-year-old asks for steak, you don't take him to A5. You don't take him to Guard and Grace. He's not quite to that level of palate development. But we went to Columbine Steakhouse on Federal, which is an absolute gem. It is old. It is zero frills. It is cash only. And it has been the same thing since its existence. It's very low key and the perfect situation. So anyway, last night, Jacob ordered a New York strip.
No way.
And he killed about 3/4 of that thing.
Wow.
And then went and played Galaga on the arcade the rest of the time.
Amazing.
Did he order it rare?
He ordered it medium rare.
No way.
Yeah,
Well
but he
done.
kept asking for coins, and I was like, bud, I've only got cash, so you're gonna need to go to the bar and ask them to make change. So he kept
That's amazing.
he kept running dollar bills up to the bar and getting quarters back.
It's a true coming of age story.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I was like, this dude he's thumbing through the jukebox, deciding what music he wants to listen to. He just ate the majority of a New York strip steak and has been playing Galaga for about an hour.
He's 9 going on 24.
I was like, this is amazing.
That's awesome.
So anyway, that's the only other big thing. We celebrated those 2 birthdays, and then I think we may have talked about this on our last episode, but the last week of October, got 2 kittens.
Meow. Meow.
And they are hilarious and crazy and the best. They're just the best.
What are their names?
Their names are Nova and Tycho. And
So cute.
And they're a mess.
Okay, so we've only ever had dogs.
Yeah.
So do kittens sleep with you?
Yes.
They do. Okay.
Yes.
So both of them sleep with you.
Yes.
They're snuggly.
They're snuggly. They're
Okay.
sweet, snuggly babies. And having raised cats and dogs the majority of my life, the big difference is cats basically come into your house ready to go. Like you don't have to
Train them.
You don't have to train them to go outside.
Yeah.
Like they instinctively want to use the litter box.
Right.
There's there's still you have to be mindful of giving them things to play with and using cat toys instead of your hands so that they don't associate your hands as toys. There's a lot of rules of thumb, but the reality is from the day they came into our house, they were using the litter box. They knew where their food was. They knew where their water was. We had toys for them, and it was like we were good to go from the
And
outset.
That's pretty amazing.
And
Yeah.
occasionally they're vindictive.
These 2 are not.
Okay, but some are, right?
They can be, and I think that comes some of it is just the nature of the animal. They all have their own
Yeah,
little
right.
personalities, but this is part of the reason we wanted a pair from the same litter. So
They've bonded
could distract-
together.
they could
they're
distract
already
each other.
bonded, and they
Yeah.
beat the crap out of each other
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of us, and so they save all of their sweetness and affection for us, and they get their wrestles out with each other, and they still love each other. They're very sweet
Like true siblings.
Yeah, true siblings. So they get all their energy out with each other, and then they're sweet and snuggly for us. They're still pests. They're
Do they shed?
not really.
No.
Especially as kittens.
Do you have to? What, are there grooming requirements?
Yeah,
for cats?
you brush them, and again, when they're kittens, they shed a lot less. And this time of year, they're not shedding as much either. But and they're also indoor cats, which helps. But yeah, no,
So they don't go outside at all.
No,
Yeah,
never.
Because you know what happens? I think everyone we know whose cats go outside at night, they just don't live very long because it's like the fox or. They just don't come back one day.
There's a lot of predators. I mean, the day before we went to pick the cats up, I was having a conversation with my next door neighbor in the house, one down from his. There was a hawk eating a squirrel in the front yard.
Oof.
And so we're like, yeah, the cats are never going outside.
Yeah.
There's owls, there's foxes.
Yep.
You know, we don't get a ton of coyotes over in our neck of the woods, but they're around. They are around.
Yeah.
And so we it's not even worth it. Cats also terrorize local ecosystems. So I'm not judging you, but keep your cats inside. So anyway, we have these two tiny, snuggly little fur balls. They're hilarious and amazing. The kids are obsessed with them. Shell is obsessed with them. And she was like, I never thought I would love cats this much. And I was like, well, you've been married to one for 14 years. So I think you've actually probably just figured out like how best to deal with them because
hilarious.
you've had to, train me. So anyway, it's been delightful.
Do cat owners, because I think the funniest reality with our family and dogs is we all have our dog voices.
100%.
So, you're like, oh, this is sweet girls or whatever. Do you cat owners do the same thing?
They do. Cats aren't as responsive to inflection change in human voice. Okay. It's more like not actual verbalizations, but noises and sounds that they respond to more than changes in so
they don't start wagging their
affect.
tail incessantly when you're like, oh, just smoopy poopy.
Yeah, no, but they in the same way that like a cat's mother has different noises that she'll use for discipline versus affection, we try and do the same thing. The reality is they are very affectionate, and we have a chair right by our front door, and when we go to leave in the morning, they'll scramble up to the top of the chair. So we'll, give them little scratches before we leave for the day. So they're very sweet.
Now, Jesse, I have to say, I'm not inclined towards cats.
That's fair.
And yet, you're giving a good pitch. There's been internal dialogue amongst the FTC staff. Cats versus dog people and cat culture versus dog culture.
Sure.
And I will say you've done a good job not being triggered by the dog people.
I'm also a dog person. That's the hard
There
part
you
of it.
go.
Is
Yeah,
like I just grew up with both.
You've done a good job, and to extol the virtues of cats. So well done. well done with that.
You flatter me. You flatter me.
All right. Here
Catch
we go,
up.
guys.
Dave,
Yes.
what have we learned so far?
What we've learned so far, hopefully a couple of things.
What shall we highlight today of what we've learned so far in
Okay.
our 40-somethings year?
Oh, 40, I thought it was the 40th year of marriage.
I
I
was like,
whoa.
not
No,
quite.
40-somethingth year of life.
Yes. Well, 24 years of marriage. Here's what we've learned. And just kind of track with me as I unpack this. What have we learned so far? Choose your marriage. Okay, what does that mean? Now, what I mean by that is you will have stretches in your adult life, in your professional life, where there are overlapping expectations put on you. Bosses, clients, other family obligations, and then the things that you want to do. And there will be stretches like what we've experienced the past 2 months where we're even just doing the bare minimum, like there's not enough hours in the day. And it could become very easy to not choose marriage, meaning I'm going to do all the things that's required of me and
Marriage gets leftovers.
and eat up into the time that is critical for a healthy relationship with your spouse. And so what we've learned so far is in that pinch, always choose marriage. That means if you have to have your boss get mad at you, if you don't meet that deadline, if you don't do the thing that was expected of you, if the choice is between that or actually spending that critical time you know is necessary for your marriage, choose marriage.
Right. I mean, you're not advocate like if they're don't get fired.
Right.
It's more things that it's probably not. I mean, it's probably more often leisure related. It's like you love book club, don't go to book club if you know we're desperate to connect.
Yeah.
Right. Because I think, and if you have a job that's overly demanding as far as hours, which I think you do.
Right.
You have this fall.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
You can make some of those decisions. It's not going to affect your job.
Right. In terms of job security.
Right.
And yet, I will say, and I think your point's well taken, like, you know, my particular job situation is unique. And so it doesn't feel perhaps as risky as maybe what some other people would have to do or position they'd put themselves in order to choose marriage. Nevertheless, even so, it's still, there's a willingness to take a hit.
Right.
And
people probably intuitively know which hits they can take and which ones they can't.
Right. But I am saying though, if you're in a stretch where maybe you feel a lot of pressure to come through, and yet if it's between that and your marriage, I'm just saying choose marriage. Like that's the thing that and whatever the pressure is, the deadline is, or whatever, it's probably not quite as urgent and not quite as important as you probably feel right now. And instead, what's really critical is spending that extra time together. And so, anyway, that's what I think I've learned so far, and we've learned so far, and that always gets tested sort of in the next stage, you know, of life together. But I do enough marriage counseling and pre-marriage counseling and post-marriage counseling and divorce counseling to know there are critical moments where sometimes it's almost after the fact, where upon reflection they're like, I didn't choose marriage. Like I chose something that I valued and that was good, but I didn't choose the better thing. And upon reflection, I should have done that, and I wish I would have, and I like resolve to do that sort of in the future. But for our listeners, this is my encouragement: choose marriage. That's it.
Good.
All right.
I think you just mic drop.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Article talk.
Woohoo!
And is it ever a doozy?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, we have pushed the eject button before on an article that we thought we were going to do and decide not to do. This one,
Do you think we should have?
We considered it.
this one came close.
Yeah.
Maybe in hindsight we will
Yes.
regret choosing this article, but
Yeah.
here we are.
But the reason why we didn't push the eject button, by the way, this article, the content is R-rated. It's adult.
It's explicit.
Yeah. It's sex talk. It's not about sex.
Yeah, I was gonna say not exclusively.
It's not about sex, but it is sort of sexually explicit. Not though in a way that I think is pornographic or anything like that. And yet it is so sort of buyer beware with this.
Yeah. And often how we choose articles is Dave will come across one or I will come across one and we just send it back and forth. And often it's just based on the title.
Right.
And I thought this title was really, I had sent you a barrage that day.
I know, you were on fire.
Well, I think my algorithm figured out what I was
We're
reading.
into marriage articles.
Yeah.
It's a hot marriage article algorithm.
So it said, is the end of marriage the beginning of self-knowledge? And I thought that just felt really relevant, and I wanted to read it. And so if I want to read it, I feel like maybe other people it might pique their interest.
And
too.
it's in the New Yorker. Mm-hmm. It's, well written. The writer's a good writer.
Yeah.
And it's a literature review, basically. Like that's
Right.
kind of what I sense from it. It's a longish article. I hadn't read any of the books the writer mentioned, so I felt at times a little lost in it. But
Right, especially at the beginning.
But the more you read it, the more you kind of get
Yep.
the gist of what she's talking about.
Yeah, so basically the gist is she talks about in fiction, in popular fiction, there are often these themes related to sex and women that kind of bubble up. So you'll have a lot of books on fiction books that include whatever. I don't know if I can mention some of the things she said.
Read the article.
Like there've been seasons where there's like
some things are more trendy than others.
Yes.
Different public fascinations.
Yes.
Yes.
And currently, what's very trendy in fiction is this theme of women experiencing personal fulfillment and full self-knowledge when they end their marriage midlife. So she mentions all these books that in these different eras of categorization, and then she kind of lands on one book that explores this theme in depth. Mm-hmm. So the article is largely talking about the book Liars by,
It's like one.
I think it's Perul Sagal.
Yeah.
That's who wrote the article.
Oh, is that who wrote that? Oh, sorry. Okay. Who wrote Liars? I have it written down here somewhere.
Manguso.
Yes. Sarah Manguso. Yep. And she'd written some other things I hadn't read either.
But she's popular.
Yeah.
You'll see her book.
Yeah, I
It's a
recognize the
popular level
cover
book, yeah.
like from bookstores.
Yeah.
And so she's basically there's two main characters, John and Jane.
John and Jane, yeah.
I'm getting all the names mixed up. John and Jane, and she's the book is Jane's story of her becoming incredibly discontent and abusive. Like she feels like her marriage becomes abusive.
The nature of marriage itself almost becomes abusive. Yeah.
And the desire to get out of it to actually become a fully self-aware, realized person.
Yeah. Would you read that quote? Because I think that kind
Sums
of
it up well.
captured it. Yeah.
Yep.
So our readers can kind of get caught up.
Yeah, let me find it. Okay. Everything that happened to me, I thought, was mine alone. Then I married a man, as women do. My life became archetypal, a drag show of nuclear familyhood. I got enmeshed in a stage that had already been I got enmeshed in a story that had already been told 10 billion times before.
Okay. And she resents, obviously there's resentment there.
Yeah.
Of kind of what her experience of the institution of marriage, sort of what it did to her.
Yeah. I mean,
And so freedom then became, I have to get out of this thing in order to become truly free.
I mean, one of the unique things that the article points out about the book is that the book is almost exclusively told from Jane's perspective.
Yeah, we don't get
John's perspective. You don't really get the narrator's perspective. You just get all the nuances of what she's thinking. So it's her mind's eye exclusively, which is unusual in these type of like relationship stories. Usually it's kind of like you see both perspectives and they kind of war against each other, but it's just so you don't have a glimpse into his thoughts or his motivations.
Which makes it smart, because this is sort of what happens when we become self-oriented and sort of that. I mean, this is Ecclesiastes, this sort of quest for pleasure and quest for fulfillment. And once you kind of go down that rabbit trail, it becomes all about you and your pleasure centers.
Well, how could anyone else possibly have the authority or perspective to speak into that? No one knows you better than you, right?
Right. So there's I think what's interesting that the quote, she says that, my life became an archetype, because what she ended up choosing, what I see, is itself a total trope.
A cultural archetype.
Yeah, it's a total
Yes.
trope. It's as old as Ecclesiastes itself. So it's not anything new or novel or that she's sort of discovering, but it is influential. I mean, this is a bestseller. And it's what people in our community, they're reading this, these types of books, and in the characters in their 40s, and we've talked about this a ton. What do people do in their 40s, honey?
Burn it down.
They
blow up their life.
Yeah, they tend to make really bad choices in their 40s, but I think this sort of tracks with that.
Yeah.
And points to some of the realness of the motivations behind that, and how our minds get poisoned to think, oh, if I could just get rid of this thing.
Yeah. I mean, her premise, which it's strong, is that society and biology pushed me into this. Mm-hmm. Like, my body wanted it, and society told me I should get married and have a family. And almost against my will.
Yeah.
Almost against my rational self, society and my body pushed me into this. And because of it, I'm stunted. And the only way I can realize my full potential, I mean, you can say that a million different ways, is to shed it.
Right. Which is that's the ideology behind sort of second wave feminism, and is we have to rebel. It's a quest for autonomy. I want reclaim my body, even though my body may itself be oriented towards a certain way. I'm going to rebel against that.
Yeah.
And that's the only way to freedom.
It was also interesting, I thought, in the article that she's sort of the hero of their marriage. Like, she's the smart one. Mm-hmm. Like, he's kind of portrayed as an oaf.
He's resentful of her.
He's resentful of her success.
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything right. He cleans the dishes, but not really.
I know, I felt a little targeted by that.
I did too. I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing.
I was like, okay, I do dishes just fine. I do them in the way that's modeled for me on the televisions. And you even have said, don't pay attention to that commercial.
Just scrape the plate and stick it in.
Yeah.
No, I told him it doesn't work. The other day, I'm not kidding. This just happened this week.
I feel falsely accused by what you're about to say.
This week.
I take no ownership of that.
This week, I go to unload the dishwasher. David, and I work so hard at appreciating the effort and not holding him to my standard.
Yeah.
But
I work, and you know I do.
Yeah, no,
I work really hard.
For that.
So I go to unload the dishwasher, and the center bottom, there's like a foam, like some sort of grease foam coming out of the bottom, and then everything in the entire dishwasher has like a film with food particles on it.
I don't know.
Hey,
that's
when
never
was
happened to me.
When was the last time you blew out that drain line?
Yeah, I don't know. That's never happened to me. I feel falsely accused. Yeah. People at home.
But it was funny.
Homeowner tip for anyone listening.
Dave.
The line from your dishwasher and the line from your washing machine, you need to get in and blow those things out.
Jesse,
at
next
least
time
once a
you're
year.
at our house, we're gonna have a little tutorial.
Yeah. Same way you would blow out your sprinkler lines for the winter. Maybe even coordinate those things. Just
But it was funny.
break out the compressor for
Okay,
all
we're
of
going to
it.
do that. It was funny. Everything that she mentioned that she was critical of her husband were pretty true to life.
Right.
Like that often
Like normal stuff.
or that often like wives do better than husbands. But there's a million things that husbands do better than wives, right? But it was just from her perspective.
Right.
So but he is kind of portrayed as like sexy and desirable, but not a very but not fully involved as she is as a parent.
Yeah, and not like a good person, like
Right.
someone who isn't virtuous. Like
Yeah.
he's not portrayed as
Right,
someone
right.
who you would admire.
Right, right.
Or that's a good husband, and
Yeah.
maybe he's not appreciated or whatever. But there was nothing sort of empathetic about his character.
Right, right. So anyway,
Well, to me, it felt like, not that she was trying to do this, but it was a whole narrative based on Genesis 3, which is
that's interesting.
the, part of the curse with Adam and Eve, where part of the curse for Eve would be like, your desire will be for your husband, but he will rule over you. And the desire here, it's a complicated term, actually. Her desire will actually be for Adam, for the husband. Like there is some like implicit sexual component to that, which in this novel is obviously explicit. But the Genesis 3 has some of that. But it's also your desire for him is like, there's a resentment in it, and I kind of want what you have historically. And she's taken that, like she has the position. She's the one with the prestige and makes the money. And she's already kind of consumed that, and he will rule over you. Like there's this sense in which he's totally resentful of the fact that he doesn't really have much power in the relationship, and so he has no like agency there. So I just saw it as an interesting take on Genesis 3, which
Yeah.
I'm sure she had in mind.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about this a little bit before, but I do think after reading it, I mean, there's aspects of it that's actually true, and it's good to say it is true. Like there's a reality of when you choose to get married and have a family, you give up a little bit of yourself, and it's a sacrifice. And I think the secular notion, women in general don't want to acknowledge that. And I
And it's
think
not valued. To give up of yourself is like
No.
a cultural crisis, a cultural like that's a taboo.
so. Like even according, you can feel it implicitly in this article that she should be able to be fully actualized. Like her expectation of getting married and having a family was to be fully actualized, have no restrictions on her personal development, however she perceives that, and have this relationship and have this family. And I think I was like, yeah, it's a sacrifice. Yeah. And I think what she doesn't, the conclusion she doesn't come to, but I think experientially a lot of women do come to, is that there's real gift and beauty in that sacrifice. And there's real gold in what that brings. Yeah. Like to her, it's just all loss. But I think most people don't experience it that way.
Right.
And to not give women a category for, yeah, it's okay to self-sacrifice. Like, and she's not coming from a Christian perspective, but like from a Christian perspective, that's what Jesus did.
Right.
Like,
and he brings life as a result.
And he sacrificed everything so I think that model translated to motherhood and wifehood produces a lot of beauty and joy. And experientially, most people I know who've embraced that are the people I know with the most beauty and joy. And the people who are trying to find some sort of arbitrary self-actualization independent of any restraint or any commitments or any sacrifice. I don't see that same joy there. Like I think women are through books like this, they're being told a lie that we're buying into. I mean, I feel it.
So the
Like, there's-
lie. So you're saying the lie that she says is a lie is not a lie, and the lie and the truth she says is true. You're saying is a lie.
Yes.
Wow. All right, you heard it here. Well, I can't improve on that analysis. I think you nailed it, and I think that's will give our listeners a lot to ponder.
And
Thanks,
once
Renee.
again, if you do decide to read the article, you've been warned.
Yeah, and send all your complaints to Hunter at fellowshipdenver.org. HUNTER at.
Hey, I think we do. If people want to read along, do we have the article for next week?
Yes, we do. It's going to be fun. Can't
Little
wait.
little change of tone.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's a little bit more upbeat and lighthearted and fun, but deals with real stuff. So the title of the article is "Do Men Really Not See the Mess?" And it's a Good Housekeeping article. Turns out that's a treasure trove.
It's a treasure trove.
Marriage articles.
Man eyes.
So yeah, we get to talk about man eyes next week. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Is it man eyes? Is it dad eyes?
Having 3 boys, I think it's man eyes.
I was gonna
Male,
say,
I think it's
also-
male eyes.
Male
Yeah.
eyes, and so it should be fun and some good.
I
good fodder.
already want have anecdotes. I just want to share. Just even mentioning the article.
Well, let's just hold it for
Yeah, I
next
was
week.
gonna say.
Yeah. So read with us. It's a short one. All right.
All right, next up.
Moving on. Spouse advice.
Okay,
Wait,
is it me?
it is you, but let me reintroduce this section because it's been a while to remind you what it is.
To remind me what it is.
Yes. So this is the section where we acknowledge that sometimes we don't always hear what our spouses are saying, but we hear it better from someone else. So we're taking turns offering spouse advice to the opposite gender, just for the good of society.
Okay. All right.
Dave's up.
Okay. I can't wait.
Dave also said that people may disagree with his spouse advice.
Well.
Ooh, that's right. You
You know
couched-
who's not going to disagree are the husbands out there.
Oh, interesting.
no. Oh,
So,
no.
spouse advice
Interesting.
Oh, no.
is okay. My advice is to the opposite gendered spouses out there.
To the wives out there.
Yes. Christmas is coming up. If you're like our household, we're already beginning to talk about things that maybe you want, you don't want, or whatever. Those conversations may be popping up. Maybe not, but if they are, here's my advice to the wives out there. Just give your husbands what they want. If they want sweats, for example,
Oh my gosh.
if they want black tapered
Oh my
sweats
gosh. This
that are
is
That's
so
what they
comfortable,
Actually,
Oh my
that are
gosh.
so comfortable and would get worn all the time. I said, my advice is, this is not
gosh.
law. This is just advice, just a dude. I'm just a guy out there trying to make the world a slightly better place. Just give them what they want for Christmas. That's my advice. Any thoughts on that? Any feedback on that?
I
Again,
asked-
this is just
I asked
has
for
nothing to do with our household.
Yeah, no, not at all. Last year, I asked for, a few things, but more than anything, I said I need this T-shirt, and I need 5 in black, and I need 5 in white, and you can take or leave any of the rest of this stuff, but what I need are 5 of this T-shirt in black and 5 of this T-shirt in white, and anything else is house money. So
Did you get that?
I did.
Oh, well done.
I just have a follow-up question to your recommendation.
Okay. For the just to help clarify.
Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Hypothetically. Do you feel like in some ways it's the wife's responsibility if the clothing trajectory has gotten pretty slubby
No, why would you say my clothing trajectory?
This is hypothetical.
Why would you-
This
He
is
is
not,
not
this is
wearing
not,
tapered black sweatpants. He's wearing tapered heather gray sweatpants. Two totally different things.
Do you feel like it is the wife's responsibility to step in when things have gone a little too far in that direction to help? Like, do you value that input?
Hypothetically, of course, I'm sure the husbands out there would value that input from their spouses.
But you would advise the wives to go against their regulatory instincts.
I would say,
and
I would say this is a both and type thing. A both and. It can be you can get the hypothetical black sweatpants, and maybe there could be a little more like
a cashmere
elevated-
sweater.
Yeah,
a cashmere
an
sweater
elevated
option
gift alongside of it as an encouragement,
as a nudge.
Yeah, as an encouragement and as a surprise, for example. So that's just my spouse advice.
Okay.
Just sort of
Okay.
randomly coming up with stuff.
Okay. So there's going to be a lot of black sweatpants under the tree this year.
I don't see how anyone could possibly build a case against that piece of spouse advice. I don't anticipate any negative feedback at all.
Oy vey.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
Okay. We've rambled on long enough. We have one more segment, and I have it.
Ooh. Oh, hot and cold?
Hot and cold.
Hot and cold.
All right, what are you
Well-
are you hotter on
Or-
something or cold?
Or are you hot and cold on something?
Yeah, I know. That would be fun, but
What do
that's
you
not
got?
it. So this is hot.
Ooh.
And it's kind of keeping in line with what when we were talking about Christmas and Christmas on the horizon. So, and kind of husband advice. It's kind of all, it's a smorgasbord of recommendations. So, not this past summer, maybe it was Christmas last year. We usually go to the mountains after Christmas. And we go to this one town we love, and we have this coffee shop we love. And we're in this coffee shop, and we're standing in line in this bougie coffee shop at a mountain town. And you know how they have, it's like the impulse buy at Target, but it's like high end.
Yeah.
So they'll have like, someone with their art and this. So they had like impulse buy right by the cash register, and it was this jeweler. And it was this jewelry. And I was like,
And it was really pretty.
well, and I'm not a buyer. I'm not like, I don't buy things, and I don't generally do things like this. But we were on vacation, so I told Dad, I was like, oh, those are so pretty, and Dave just bought them for me. Okay, so
While I bought a vanilla latte.
As you do.
Yeah, and some earrings.
two pair of earrings.
Yeah.
And I love them so much. And I mean,
You're wearing them right now.
I'm actually wearing. Well, I'm wearing. So anyway, all that to say, I'm hot on maybe every once in a while making a splurge in the moment, and I'm so hot on high quality, like handcrafted jewelry right now. That's all I wear. And so if anybody needs jewelry ideas for their wives, it's, guys, Wild Balance Jewelry. You can order online.
There it is.
Wild
Colorado.
Colorado. They're so most earrings like make my ears itch for some reason, because I think like what they're made from don't make my ears itch. They're not heavy. They're very classy. So I'm hot on two things. I'm hot on Wild Balance Jewelry. Go to their website, guys. It's fantastic. And I'm hot on occasionally just a little high-end splurge at a coffee shop.
Maybe you could go so far as to say getting your wife what she wants.
Dang. All right, I think our work is done here today. Our work is done here. Well, everyone, thanks for listening.
Hey, I Jesse, that was so timely because I have very expensive tastes, and I'm like, sometimes I just have to say the things I want, even though they'll never get them.
Yep.
So the other day, Dave's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I listed like 4 ridiculous things.
Sure.
Never going to get. And I want a new mandolin. So
Yeah,
maybe you should take Jesse's advice on one of the first 4 things I mentioned.
Hey guys, guys! Is this like an 8-stringed
No.
instrument, or is
It's
this a
the-
kitchen mandolin?
It's a kitchen mandolin.
I know.
Yeah.
That was attempting a joke.
Nice.
All right.
All right. Any questions, article ideas? Please, for
Any
real, send
feedback?
those.
Yeah, we want it.
Any
Yeah.
positive feedback? Send it.
give it all.
Just
We want it
kidding.
all. We
Just
want it
kidding.
all.
Yeah.
We love all your feedback.
Yeah. All right. Dave at fellowshipdenver.org.
Renee at fellowshipdenver.org.
Jesse at fellowshipdenver.org.
Have a good day. Bye. Bye.